DNPs are #1 killer of Sorare lineups. The moment one of your players scores 0, your lineup is dead. Here are my 5 ways to avoid those pesky DNPs. Number 1. Check predicted lineups on Sorare data and make note of the players featured. Don't make any decisions based on that alone. Instead, use this as your first filter. Sorare data allows everyone to vote on who they think will start in the game and who won't. So essentially, it's people like you and I that are voting. So do take note of who's predicted to start, but don't take it as be-all, end-all. Number 2. Check predicted lineups on sportsmall.co.uk. This serves as a second-level confirmation. What I like to do, I like to look for discrepancies between Sorare data and SportsMall and make note of the outliers. Those players, for now, go into the in doubt category. Point number 3. Look at the websites that cover your team specifically. Those websites, in my opinion, have higher predictive value than Sorare data. But do pay attention to when the post or the article was written. Ideally, you're looking for an article that was written on the day of the lineup submission deadline on Sorare. After all, you can't get any better than that. Point number 4. Check your team's social media accounts. Here, you're primarily looking for 2 things. Number 1, the squad lists, as in the list of players who have been called up by the manager for the game. And number 2, you're looking for information about players not taking part in their team's training sessions. If you see a note like player trained individually, in light training, doing recovery work, drills on the side, taking part in half of the training, this all means that this player will not start 100% and may even be out of the squad for that game. So drop that player out of your lineup. Or don't, if you want to take your chances. Point number 5 is something I want to reiterate. You want to go through each of your lineups and check each and every single player in every lineup individually. You should treat Sorare as business. Like in business, you want to set yourself up for success through as much preparation as possible. So don't let your laziness get in the way of you winning those rewards. Use the fact that you only have a couple of lineups to confirm and feel sorry for managers who have 30+ lineups to go through. Point number 6. Subscribe to services of league specialists. Probably the most important point on my pre-game week checklist is looking through the reports submitted by the league specialists covering the leagues that I'm competing in. Let's look at the Japanese league, for example. I could not compete with cards from J-League without Sorare Japan. Their knowledge about Japanese football is second to none. Very often they have access to information from sources that are very close to the teams themselves. So I hope you can see how valuable this can be for Sorare managers. The way league specialists work is a few hours before the Sorare lineup submission deadline, you will receive an email from them with predicted lineups, suspensions, and injury information, so you can go through it and filter it pretty much by the names of the players that you're interested in. There you go, guys. These steps will ensure that you have the highest level of success in avoiding those DNPs. Some DNPs cannot be avoided, but as Sorare managers, our job is to avoid those DNPs that can. Thank you, guys. Let me know in the comments below if you have any other ways, of course if you're willing to share, of shielding yourself from those DNPs. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next one.